What's up, it's Magic here, and today I'm going to give you some of my recommendation for Amazon Prime deals, which is today and tomorrow. You can get a bunch of stuff for a much cheaper price than regular. And while I personally cannot benefit from those deals because Amazon in Europe just sucks balls, and like especially the one in Poland, they don't have such a good deals as these ones. For example, TT Artisan 50mm lens, tilt lens, the one that I've been recommending for those of you who want fun lens, who want to try a tilt lens for this tilty effect. I've made 2 or 3 videos using this lens, and it's $50 off. So it's $180 right now. And if you were ever considering getting this is actually crazy good deal. My second recommendation is kind of the most boring recommendation, which is the hard drives and the SD cards. Like wedding photographers specifically, we do have a bunch, tens of memory cards on our desks every day, and some of us, and I personally do it, do not format SD card before the photos from that wedding shot on that particular card are delivered. So there's never enough SD cards. But what I find really surprising is how many people go for the cheapest SD card out there, this one by SanDisk, which I do not recommend for anyone that wants any sort of speed in their cameras. I've hosted tons of workshops and seen people struggling with shooting photos and then waiting for camera to record the files to the memory card. That's bizarre. Don't get the cheapest memory cards, find the V60s. And actually 3 recommendations that I found, like V60 cards that are on sale during the Prime deals. First one is Lexar. There's this pack of 2 256 gig cards, but there's also 2 companies that I personally have not used, but many of you from my audience were recommending in the comments: Next Storage cards and PNY cards. So both of these are also V60 packs of 2 at a really great price. Remember, like both with SD cards and hard drives, like always treat them as a thing that can break at any time. So have 2 of them in your camera at all times and record simultaneously to both of the cards. Then the whole discussion about which cards are more faulty or less faulty is not relevant because you always have a backup, and these can always die. I've seen every major brand card dying. For the storage, I have 2 recommendations. There is this super fast SSD drive by SanDisk. So these also, there was a moment that they were reported as really faulty, especially the cheaper version. I do recommend, if you want to get the SanDisk, get the Pro version. It's twice as fast. So like copying and backupping the files is going to be like crazy fast from your laptop to your hard drive. And if you don't trust SanDisk at all, you can get this Samsung T7 drive. For those of you who are like me, NAS people, and have your NAS storage, I personally just equipped myself with IronWolf like 16 terabyte drives, which sadly are not on sale during the Prime deals, but there is this really great deal on 24 terabyte drive. So if this is something that you can use in your system, like this price is insane. I paid this amount of money for 16 terabytes last week here in Poland, which is so sad that you guys can get 24 terabytes for this amount of money. I've also seen some Western Digital red drives on sale as well, 4 or 8 terabyte versions. So if this is the system you use in your NAS storage, they're also at a great price. Next up, you have to protect your ears. We as a wedding photographers are often standing next to the freaking speaker that is blasting straight to our heads. And if you're not caring about this right now, you will when you get old. So take care of your future self and get these loop earplugs. These are great. And if you're feeling fancy, you can actually get Apple AirPods Pros too, which are extremely well priced during this Prime deals. I personally use AirPods Pro version 1, and I would not wait a second to get these at that price, but again, I cannot. These are $100 more where I live, so I sadly cannot get them at this price, but they are great for airplanes. Everywhere that you are, that you want to block like the outside surroundings and do not hear anything. Speaking of caring of yourself, this Theragun massage gun is something that you will really like day after each wedding. There's also tons of power banks available at a really great price, and my recommendation goes to this one. This is older version. There's like 2 versions available. This is a game changer. First of all, it shows you like the percentage of the power, but also how much power you're supplying to any device that you're charging with it. And I personally have been charging everything with it, from my laptop, MacBook Pro 14-inch, my iPhone, my cameras, actually the charger for the batteries of my camera. So I plugged this into the charger for my batteries. There's so many ways to use this, and because it's so big, there's so much juice in it that this will last you for like a full wedding day, whatever you need to charge during the wedding day. This is a game changer. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff available for the company called SmallRig. I've been using their accessories for like many things, like mounting things on my cameras, more for video making for this YouTube behind the scenes stuff than for my actual wedding work. But there's one thing that you definitely need to get is this base plate for Apple AirTag, and because it's on sale, it's a great moment to buy this. If you have not watched it, make sure you watch the Bench Heich video about how he lost his cameras and was able to retrieve them thanks to the Apple AirTag that was mounted to his camera in a way that it's not visible at all. So this is the base plate he used. This is the base plate I recommend, but also I recommend tons of other stuff from SmallRig. Oh, and the last but not least, you can also get my presets and my flash course 10% off with this coupon code. I wanted to keep this super compact. I don't want to, sell you stuff that you don't need, but if you find something really interesting, put the name of the thing in the comments so we can all benefit from those deals. See you soon.